Do not panic immediately when a blood test shows that your creatinine level is higher than normal. Many people instantly assume that high creatinine automatically means severe kidney damage, but in reality, that is not always true. In many cases, elevated creatinine does not necessarily indicate a serious kidney disorder. Sometimes this condition can be influenced by many other factors, such as dehydration, high blood pressure, diabetes, the use of certain medications, or natural changes in the body caused by aging. And even more surprisingly, many older adults still focus only on the creatinine number itself, without understanding that kidney evaluation is actually far more complex than that. In modern medicine, doctors do not only look at creatinine. There are other tests, such as eGFR and urine protein tests, that are actually very important to determine whether kidney function is still truly healthy or slowly beginning to decline. That is why many health organizations now emphasize the importance of more comprehensive kidney evaluations in older adults. This means kidney health should not be judged from a single laboratory result alone. It must also take into account age, blood pressure, blood sugar, lifestyle, and overall health condition. In this video, we will discuss 10 important things about high creatinine levels after the age of 60, starting from the reasons why creatinine can increase, to the early signs of kidney problems that are often not noticed, to daily habits that silently place extra burden on the kidneys. One of these habits may still be commonly done by many people today without realizing the long-term impact on kidney health. So make sure you watch until the end, because this information may help you understand when high creatinine should be taken seriously and what steps should immediately be taken to help maintain stable kidney function in older age. And before we continue, try writing in the comments section. Have you ever had a creatinine test before, and has your result ever been higher than normal?
High creatinine levels after the age of 60 often make many people worried because they're considered a sign of kidney damage or even kidney failure. However, in the medical world, kidney condition cannot be evaluated from a single creatinine number alone. Creatinine is a waste product from muscle activity that the body produces every day and removes through the kidneys along with urine. When kidney function declines, creatinine can build up in the blood, which is why it is commonly used as one indicator of kidney health. In older adults, kidney function naturally begins to decline over time. However, creatinine results can also be influenced by other factors, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, dehydration, the use of certain medications, and changes in muscle mass caused by aging. Because of this, doctors usually do not rely only on creatinine levels. Tests like eGFR and urine protein are also very important to help evaluate kidney condition more accurately and comprehensively.
In evaluating kidney health, creatinine is actually only one small part of the overall assessment. Many people immediately become worried when they see their creatinine level increase, even though doctors do not evaluate kidney condition from a single laboratory result alone. Creatinine levels can be influenced by many factors, such as age, muscle mass, body condition, dehydration, and daily activities. That is why the result must be interpreted together with other examinations to provide a clearer picture of kidney health. One of the more important tests is eGFR. This test is used to estimate how well the kidneys filter blood each day. From the eGFR result, doctors can determine whether the kidney function is still good, beginning to decline, or already requires further attention. In older adults, this test is especially helpful because creatinine alone may sometimes appear normal, even when kidney function has actually started to decline slowly. In addition, urine testing also plays a very important role. Through urine analysis, doctors can see whether protein is leaking into the urine. This condition is often an early sign of problems with kidney filtration. Therefore, the combination of blood and urine tests is far more helpful in evaluating overall kidney health than looking at a single creatinine number alone. As people age, almost every organ in the body gradually undergoes changes in function. This process occurs naturally and cannot be completely avoided. The kidneys, as one of the vital organs responsible for filtering blood and removing waste products, also gradually lose some of their efficiency. In older age, blood flow to the kidneys may decrease, the number of small filtering units inside the kidneys may decline, and the kidneys may process waste more slowly compared to younger years. This decline in function is basically part of the body's natural aging process, so it does not always mean that someone has kidney disease. Many older adults are still able to live normal lives even though their kidney function is no longer as optimal as it was in youth. However, this condition still deserves attention attention because the kidneys play a very important role in maintaining fluid balance, electrolyte balance, and toxin removal from the body. Problems can arise when this natural decline is accelerated by certain risk factors. Factors such as uncontrolled high blood pressure, long-term diabetes, chronic dehydration, prolonged use of certain medications, and high salt intake can place extra stress on the kidneys. If these conditions continue over time, declining kidney function can progress into more serious disorders, such as chronic kidney disease. That is why understanding the kidney aging process and its risk factors is an important step in maintaining long-term health. In older adults, the body undergoes many natural changes that often go unnoticed, one of them being the gradual loss of muscle mass. This condition develops slowly with age and usually becomes more noticeable after the age of 60. Muscles that were once strong and dense gradually decrease, which may also reduce physical activity. Since creatinine is a waste product generated from muscle metabolism, the amount of creatinine produced by the body also decreases as muscle mass declines. This is what makes the interpretation of creatinine results in older adults more complicated. When creatinine production decreases, blood creatinine levels may still appear within the normal range, even though the kidney's ability to filter blood has already started to decline. In other words, a normal-looking creatinine level does not always reflect truly healthy kidney function. This condition is one reason why kidney problems are often not detected early in older adults. Many people only realize there is a problem when kidney function has already declined significantly and symptoms begin to appear. That is why kidney evaluation in older age should not rely only on creatinine, but should also include eGFR and urine testing to provide a more accurate and complete assessment of kidney health.
Chronic kidney disease is a condition that develops slowly over a long period of time, sometimes for years without being noticed. In the early stages, the kidneys still have the ability to adapt and work harder, even though their function has already started to decline. Because of this compensatory ability, the body often does not produce clear signs or symptoms. As a result, a person may feel completely healthy, continue normal activities, and experience no major complaints, even while damage is already progressing internally. Over time, the kidney's ability to filter blood gradually decreases further. However, these changes often remain unnoticed until kidney function becomes significantly impaired. Many cases of chronic kidney disease are only discovered accidentally during blood tests or when symptoms begin to appear, such as fatigue, swelling in the legs, or changes in urination. At that stage, the condition is usually more advanced and may require more serious medical attention. Because of its silent and progressive nature, routine health screening becomes extremely important, especially after the age of 60. Tests such as creatinine, eGFR, and urine protein can help detect changes in kidney function early, before they progress into more severe conditions.
The kidneys play a very important role in maintaining balance throughout the body's systems. These organs not only filter waste products from the blood, but also regulate fluid balance, electrolytes, blood pressure, and help maintain the stability of several important hormones. When kidney function begins to decline, the effects are not limited only to the kidneys themselves, but can gradually affect many other body systems as well. One of the most common consequences is an increased risk of heart disease and blood vessel disorders. This happens because the kidneys and the circulatory system are closely connected and strongly influence one another. Kidneys that do not function properly struggle to regulate fluid and salt balance, causing blood pressure to rise more easily. High blood pressure over a long period can place additional strain on the heart and make blood vessels become stiffer and less flexible. In addition, the buildup of waste products in the blood caused by declining kidney function can also trigger inflammation throughout the body. Over time, this condition may worsen heart health. That is why maintaining kidney health also means helping to protect the heart and the entire circulatory system for long-term well-being. Insufficient fluid intake can reduce blood flow to the kidneys. The kidneys work like a filtration system that depends heavily on stable blood circulation in order to remove waste products properly, including creatinine. When the body becomes dehydrated, blood volume decreases, causing the filtering process in the kidneys to become less efficient. As a result, substances such as creatinine may temporarily accumulate in the blood and appear elevated in laboratory tests. However, it is important to understand that elevated creatinine caused by dehydration does not always mean permanent kidney damage. In many cases, this condition is temporary. Once the body's fluid levels are restored, blood flow to the kidneys improves, and the filtration process can function more effectively again. Over time, creatinine levels may return closer to normal, depending on the individual's overall condition. Even so, maintaining proper fluid balance remains very important, especially in older adults. Fluid needs vary from person to person, depending on health condition, daily activity, and certain diseases such as heart or kidney disorders. Therefore, fluid intake should neither be excessive nor insufficient, but adjusted according to the body's needs. Drinking water regularly throughout the day can help support stable kidney function and overall health in the long term.
High blood pressure is one of the most influential factors that can slowly damage the kidneys without being noticed. This happens because the kidneys contain many tiny blood vessels that function as the body's main filtration system for cleaning waste products from the blood. When blood pressure remains high continuously, these small blood vessels are exposed to excessive pressure that should not occur over long periods of time. At first, this damage often causes no obvious symptoms. The kidneys may still function reasonably well, so the body does not provide clear warning signs. However, behind the scenes, the blood vessel structure gradually becomes thicker, narrower, and less elastic. As a result, blood flow to kidney tissue becomes less efficient, and the kidney's filtering ability slowly declines. If this condition continues for many years without proper blood pressure control, the damage can become much more serious. Kidney function may continue weakening until the kidneys are no longer able to effectively remove toxins and excess fluid from the body. This process often happens silently, which is why many people only discover the problem when kidney function has already declined significantly and laboratory tests begin showing abnormal results.
High blood sugar over a long period of time can seriously affect kidney health, especially in older adults. When blood sugar levels remain above normal continuously, the condition can gradually damage the small blood vessels inside the kidneys. These tiny blood vessels are extremely important because they carry blood to be filtered and cleaned of waste products. If they become damaged, the kidney's filtering ability will also be affected. At first, this damage often does not produce obvious symptoms. Many people do not realize that their kidney function is slowly declining because the process develops gradually. However, over time, the condition can progress into more serious problems, such as chronic kidney disease. Many studies show that one of the most common causes of kidney problems after the age of 60 is long-term, poorly controlled diabetes. When blood sugar is not properly managed, kidney damage can continue silently without being noticed. That is why blood sugar control is extremely important, not only to prevent complications affecting the eyes or nerves, but also to help protect kidney health and maintain proper kidney function in older age.
Certain pain medications used over long periods can place additional stress on the kidneys, especially in adults over the age of 60. Many pain relievers work by reducing inflammation in the body, but at the same time, they may also affect blood flow to the kidneys. The kidneys need stable blood circulation in order to filter waste products properly, and if this circulation is disrupted continuously, kidney filtration function may gradually decline. For some people, these effects may not be immediately noticeable. However, if pain medications are used too frequently or for long periods without proper supervision, the risk of declining kidney function becomes higher. This is especially true for individuals who already have risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or older age. In addition, using pain medication without clear guidance may cause someone to unknowingly take excessive doses or combine medications improperly. This condition can place extra burden on the kidneys and in some cases may lead to increased creatinine levels in the blood. Because of this, pain medications should not be used independently for long-term treatment without medical supervision. Any medication use, especially in older adults, should follow healthcare recommendations so that the medication type, dosage, and duration are appropriate for the individual's condition. In this way, the risk of kidney problems can be reduced and long-term health can be maintained more safely.
A single creatinine test result is not enough to fully evaluate kidney condition. After the age of 60, creatinine levels can fluctuate due to many factors such as dehydration, diet, physical activity, or the use of certain medications. That's why doctors do not rely on only one laboratory result. In medicine, what matters more is observing how creatinine changes over time. Doctors usually monitor whether the level remains stable, gradually increases, or improves after lifestyle changes and treatment. If creatinine remains stable over the long term, kidney condition may still be relatively well controlled. However, if it continues increasing from one test to another, this may be a sign of declining kidney function that requires further attention. That is why routine testing is extremely important in older age. By observing these patterns of change, doctors can evaluate kidney condition more accurately and determine the best steps to help maintain stable kidney function.
When test results show elevated creatinine levels, the most important thing is to stay calm and not immediately assume that severe kidney damage has already occurred. Increased creatinine can be influenced by many factors such as dehydration, infection, diet, or the use of certain medications before the test. Because of this, follow-up testing is strongly recommended so that kidney condition can be evaluated more accurately. eGFR testing helps assess the kidney's overall filtering ability, while urine protein testing can detect early signs of kidney damage. In addition, blood pressure and blood sugar should also be monitored regularly, because both can accelerate kidney function decline if not properly controlled. Proper fluid intake is also important to help maintain stable kidney function according to the body's needs. The use of medications without supervision, especially certain pain relievers, should be avoided because they can place extra burden on the kidneys and worsen existing conditions. High creatinine levels after the age of 60 are a condition that should be approached wisely. Not every increase in creatinine means severe kidney damage, but it should also never be ignored. Kidney health assessment must be performed comprehensively by considering many factors, not just a single laboratory number. Maintaining healthy blood pressure, controlling blood sugar, keeping proper fluid intake, and having regular medical checkups are important steps for preserving kidney health in the long term. The kidneys work every single day without stopping to filter toxins from the body. That is why their health must be protected properly so that quality of life can remain good in older age.